Hey y'all, it's Denisha, founder and CEO of Water to Spirit. Remember, healing is revolutionary. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what it was like for me to confront my uncle who defended my oldest brother when everyone found out that he trafficked me as a child and sexually assaulted me throughout my childhood. And he, I remember his words. He said that he sees how the type of person I am for not having for not having my brother in my life as an adult, and that he couldn't have physically hurt me because he was only 5 years older than me. So, meaning his genitalia couldn't have caused me damage because he was only 5 years older than me, and that they grew up as brothers. And in fact, he even said, "What was it like? Couldn't have been that bad." So I remember I had wrote him a letter because, again, at that time in the early stages of my healing work and my therapy, my then therapist, suggested that I write him a letter regarding what was said during our confrontation. I will put a video in doing a short snippet right here, 147. Hey y'all, I remember when my uncle told me that me not having my biological brother in my life, the one who sexually assaulted me and trafficked me throughout my childhood, showed him that who I really was as a person, and that he felt that my brother has made the necessary apologies and has made the necessary steps to be a better person. And he stated that because my brother was only 5 years older than me, he couldn't have done any damage to me. He also stated that it was not that bad. Years later, he just said he felt sorry for me, but no, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him that he had a daughter who was also abused, and she looks at him not as a protector. He definitely wasn't mine. All right, so now y'all watch the video. I was actually at one of my jobs when I had was like, let me talk about this, because I know there's other individuals who have had family members that are supposed to love and protect them, actually accuse them of being in the wrong when they are right regarding their own violations. So I have the letter. Here's the letter, and I believe I wrote this in like 2018. All right. I'd like for you to read this letter with an open mind and heart. Until now, I was never able to address the hurtful confrontation we had, during which you suggested that my sister and I, being raped by Kevin, wasn't a big deal. Having matured and come to terms with all the horror that was visited on me, I have a few things to address. I want to help you understand how hurtful that discussion was to me. When you said to me that you feel Kevin has already done the time for what he has done and that I should have had a relationship with him, you did so completely ignoring the wounds of what had happened to me. Being anally sodomized, forced to perform oral sex, and vaginally penetrated by my older brother and passed around through the neighborhood with teenage boys. He was supposed to have been protecting me from others who would do such things. Causes not only emotional and physical damage, but spiritual as well. You defended him, excusing his evil actions against my sister and I simply because you did not care enough to consider how rape affects a person's life. I used to feel as though I could have a positive relationship with you, but given your perspective on these events, I understand that that can never be. In my eyes, you're no different from anyone I've come in contact with who has defended my brother's actions and dismissed my pain. You stated that your daughter was molested as well. If you have the same attitude towards her and her tragedy that you do towards me and my situation, you will add to her pain. It saddens me that she has been similarly violated. I hope you have taken the steps to help her heal from it. Whether you know it or not, it is a long and difficult road. As a result of your lack of sympathy and caring, I feel I no longer respect you and that I cannot continue to see you as a loved one. Do you really believe that you were being a good uncle to me by saying the things that you said? If Trinell, who is my deceased uncle, who is his older brother, said to your daughter what you said to me, would you consider him a protective, loving uncle? I don't believe you would. So that should give you some understanding as to why I no longer want you in my life. As a result of my therapy, I have come to understand trauma bonds, which this family holds, as well as its web of secrecy. Hopefully in the future, when someone comes to you about their situation, you can put aside your ego, your pride, and effectively sympathize. Now, when I wrote this letter, he didn't respond. I don't write letters or confront people for them to respond. I don't give individuals that authority. I didn't have an expectation for him to say anything, because there's nothing to say. When someone hits you with the truth, there's nothing you really can say. And he is no longer in my life. He will never be in my life. It was traumatizing as a child having him as an uncle. It was traumatizing as a teenager to have him as an uncle as well. But even Christ said, "Who is my family?" And when Christ meant that, he wasn't necessarily dismissing Mary or James or Joseph. He was just stating that as he grows into his own ministry, the individuals that are around him was family. And I do have a beautiful husband, a wonderful best friend, a sentinel, my cat, and I have two wonderful nieces that are from my best friend. But my video today is to inform you that you have the right to confront the individuals who have hurt you. But just remember, do not have an expectation, because there's nothing that they can say and there's nothing that they can do to make it right. You have to understand that it is about you and the substance that you hold, and the healing, ing, this is the autism, y'all, ing is ongoing. So that will be for the rest of your life. And what's beautiful about healing is that you get to see how far you have come. When I found this, because I write, when I found that, I just smiled and was just like, you know, girl, you have come a long way, and you have to be proud of yourself. You have to be your number one cheerleader. That doesn't null and void the fact of what has happened to you, but the truth is, the hardest thing that you think about, like this is what my husband says. He says, think about the hardest thing you've ever been through. And the fact that you can think about it and look back means you survived it. And I want y'all to know y'all are warriors, you're special, you're strong, and you did nothing wrong. Like and subscribe. And remember, healing is revolutionary.